Well, hello lads, I welcome you to a episode of Grisaia again. Now, enough talking, let's get right into it. I should probably put this stuff away before it gets dark. Opening my backpack, I pull out the contents and begin to put them away on the shelves I've been provided with. It's a real help that I've got a closet. Things I can leave in a visible place, and things to be stowed away in the back. Dividing my positions between the two, the latter are clearly more numerous. Normal, huh? While looking over my mountain of luggage, I'm uttering a self-deprecating meaning to myself, though. As I work the sun skins. Hell, sinks leisurely into the sea. At my usual time, 4:45 a.m., I woke up in my usual way and ran the course I'd marked down mentally on my way here. To tell the truth, when I was stopped by the policeman yesterday, it was because I'd been wandering back and forth in the same place while planning out a possible marathon route. I woke up at the usual time, and now I'm eating my usual breakfast menu. Sorry for the tiredness, lads. It's 7:25 a.m. before school. Because we have school later today, so I decided, why not record a video? No different from the days when I was living together with my master in the mountains, my standard tempo of living. But there is a difference. It's limited to the slight surprise I felt when I opened my eyes and found a roof over my head. During my hike from Yamanashi, I'd gotten used to sleeping in the open, so when I woke up inside the room, there was a slight feeling of unease as I thought, right, I'm living in a dorm now. That mild discomfort hasn't disappeared, even now as I'm eating my current cereal. It's hard to settle down inside a new layer until it's ingrained with your scent. Even so, I'll start living at this tempo every day from now on, going to school every morning, so there's no real need to rush things. If I actively spend every day packing myself with a potentially useful knowledge, someday this sort of lifestyle might come naturally to me. Therefore, it strikes me as a little troublesome, but as my master once told me, when it comes to your life and your women, a little bit of trouble is just about right. Speaking of women, they're a simple bunch, but that doesn't make them any less difficult to handle. I learned that much in my first year living with my master. In my master's words, when you're a brat, rank fastest enough to make you popular. When you're a middle squirrel, the guys who can fight will be popular, and after that, it's the guys with brains who will get the girls. In other words, run, punch, and read books, and you'll never run dry. What do you think? Short and sweet, right? That was her theory, at least. The things she said were always ridiculously simplistic. Honestly, I ignored those words with a snort the first time I heard them, but my master was a woman who put her beliefs into practice. Every morning she made me run, and every day she hit me with a stack of books. Although I don't know if she's to blame, I still run 16 kilometers every morning and habitually read books when I have free time. Sometimes she was harsh, sometimes she was sweet. She would emit an abrasive, overpowering aura at times, but every once in a while she could be so gentle that I thought my brain would melt out my ears. That was my master, a woman with a sizable build who was nonetheless very picky about the little things. I've had a hard time dealing with large women ever since those days, but being aware of the fact doesn't mean I can fix it. It's not that I dislike about a culture level. But whenever I see a tall woman, I can't help but feel very out of pure instinct. If you ask me why I'm bringing this all up all of a sudden, well, it's just because I've been reminded that there is a large woman in this school as well. Oui, if you do it that hard, I'll break. I'll break. Hey, stop squirming, sit still already, and spare me your break. Since this place is a student dormitory, it's of course only accurate that a community of students would already be living here, and it's entirely probable that they have their own rules that I don't know yet. Also, I'm a country hick, fresh from the rural areas, so it goes without saying I'm partly versed in the customs and rituals of this land. I have no way of penetrating the depths of significance that might be hiding in an action that, at a glance, looks to be a simple case of bullying. What game's this? What are the rules? Huh? The puzzled face is staring back at me are familiar. It's the little girl, big woman combo I arbitrarily named the Cicada sisters when I first arrived at the school yesterday. What are those looks? Bloody hell! Who are you? Who do you think? I think someone once said that answering a question with a question is proof of stupidity. That's so. I suppose that means I am irredeemably stupid. Me too, Yuji. Please call me modern boy, as I've been friends for 10 years. As if we've been friends for 10 years, Cicada sisters. Cicada sisters? I saw the pair of you from the gate yesterday, one who was swinging a cicada around, and the other was shrieking, if I remember correctly. You saw a bit of a weird side of us? Well, can you forget that happened? I'll see what I can do. Ah, hey, would you be the new student transferring in today? Yeah, Kazami Yuji, good to meet you. I thrust out my right hand, but the tall woman in front of me doesn't show any sign of grasping. She stiffened on the spot, staring fixedly at my face. It looks as though she's forgotten to breathe. Something wrong? Right, the handshake, sorry. The big woman's frozen expression suddenly melts and she lightly shakes my hand. It's unexpectedly small but decidedly cold hand. Kazami Yuji. Yuji-kun, huh? I see. I'm so Amane. Nice to meet you, Yuji-kun. Okay, I swear to God, I saw that it's... where is history? Is there history? I know there should be history somehow. I just don't know how to access it. I swear to God there is this text. No. History. No. Okay, I guess not. Okay, oh yeah. Page up. Bloody hell. I swear it said yeah, they did it wrong. They said Amane here for some reason. Come on, Makina, aren't you going to introduce yourself? Why do I? He's not going to bite. Your name? Makina? Irisu Makina? Iris Makina? Iris Makina? Iris is a Greek god, and is Makina a Latin word? Literally translated would be something like Mecha Rainbow Goddess? What country are you from? You might not guess it from the way it sounds, but it's Irisu and Maki. Nah, Irisu Makina. She's Japanese. Wasn't she speaking English just now? Ah, she's a bit linguistically confused. She flew around to all sorts of foreign countries with her parents up until she was 6 years old. I see, well, good to meet ya. Staring at my outstretched hand in silence, Makina clings to Amane's back as if trying to hide herself. What's wrong? Ah, sorry, this girl is pretty shy around strangers and not really used to boys. She spent a long time in the hospital, for one thing, and she hasn't met any guys around her age. I think she's a little confused on how to deal with you. I would draw the hand I'd been holding on toward Makina. There's no need to force her to deal with me in the first place, I guess. It's fine, if we spoil her like that, she'll never change. Come on, Makina, how about a handshake? Don't give me ooh. Kids who can manage a proper greeting don't get any snacks. Yes, don't get any snacks supposed to be an effective threat in this day and age, or so I thought. But hearing those words, Makina bites her lip tightly and extends her right hand toward me with a strained expression. I gently clasp her small hand and put on the natural-looking fake smile I learned from my master. I'm Kazami Yuji. Good to meet you. I'm Irisu Makina. Nice to meet ya. Her voice is small and marred by a distinct lisp. Her hand is as tiny as her body, and it's hot like that of a child. See, he's not so scary, right? Let's not just say hello. How about you two talk a bit? What's your favorite animal? I like dogs, what about it? An answer before the question this time. I'm not really the indecisive sort, I don't hesitate when I need to come up with... misclick! With an answer, even more so when I have an important decision to make. Compared to failing without even trying, I'd rather take action even at the risk of a mistake. Ooh, very cool. Are you mocking me? Where is the thought? Then why do you laugh? Why do you think? I've heard answering a question with another question is a sign of stupidity. Oh my, I suppose I'm an idiot. From now on, please call me Marangirl, as we've been friends for 10 years. Get it, madam girl? I'm laughing now, but say that again and it won't end well. What a troublesome woman. Oh, you're leaving already? I don't feel like being late on my first day. There's 10 hours until class starts, you know? I'm used to waiting. I'll kill the time, sightseeing over there or something. I'm not going to say that's a bad idea, but it seems a little weird. I get that a lot. Well, I'll see you in class. Yuji-kun, wait a sec. What? Mind if I ask you a question as well? If it's something I can answer. Well... Sorry. Never mind. You got something to say, spit it out. No need to hold back. I'll ask you a little later after I get my thoughts together. I see. I don't understand the thought patterns of large women. What is that sentence? Bloody hell. Master would probably say, if you don't understand by now, you never will. But my own thoughts are more along the lines of, and if I could understand, why bother? Well then, having said that to Amane, I am confronted with the fact that there are no sights particularly worth seeing here. There is easily an hour until the start of class. I obviously woke up too early. Well, still better than being late, I guess. Might as well wait in the classroom. Right after I mumble those words, just as I begin walking down the hallway. Who will we see this time? What the? As I'm making my way toward the classroom, the principal I described yesterday is something resembling a scream. No, not a scream exactly. The hell? Although it doesn't seem to be an emergency situation, I'm certainly a bit concerned by this sound. It's dramatic out of place in the otherwise quiet morning schoolhouse. For the time being, I decide to approach. When I peer inside through the hallway window, I find a single woman shouting in the direction of the laggard. Okay, what is this angle of a CG? Why are we fucking, like, several degrees to the left and from the bottom? What is this angle? Judging from the face that she's wearing a uniform, fact I cannot read, it would seem that she's a student here like Sacha Amane Makina. Apparently oblivious to my presence, she continues her routine. What voice? Natsuki voice.
Warm-up complete. Next up.
A 3D plane inhaling.
1, 2.
All in one breath, she firmly lets loose a string of syllables similar as a vocal tuning exercise.
Alright, I said in one breath. Nice work, me. That is I. I'm telling you to do what I say. That's not it. This is no good at all. I'm telling you to do what I say. Yeah, that was good, I think. Moving on. It's not like I did it for her sake or anything.
Tsundere. Ugh. While staring at the memo pad in her hand, she awkwardly but forcefully rattles off phrases one after the other. It seems like it'd be best to ask her what she's doing directly. There's the broadcasting club.
Why?
What was that noise? Bloody hell. In response to my question, or more likely my entrance, the woman leaves up in shock and draws back a good 3 meters. Desk and chair clatter dramatically in her wake. Now, I might have been nice to assume that from the vocal exercises. The drama club seems plausible as well. You seem to be saying some kind of lines. Ouch, my forehead. Oh.
Who might you? Who do you think you are?
Judge, just as I'm getting ready to rephrase my question, the woman preempts me with her own. Me? Yes, I'm Yuji. I'll be transferring here as of today.
Transfer student here?
Yeah. Nodding, I walk a few steps forward and stand in front of the woman. So were you doing some kind of rehearsal after all? Sorry if I interrupted.
Not at all. Not at all. That's just me. That's how I am. So don't worry about it. Worry about it.
Which is it?
Forget it. Forget it already. Just sit down.
I quite follow, but if I start asking questions, she'll probably get even noisier. So I choose the path of least resistance.
Stay cool. As a transfer student, the first impression is crucial. You can do this, Michiru.
After I flop down a chair, the woman mutters to herself in a low but perfectly audible voice.
My name... I'm Matsushima Michiru. Good to meet you.
In contrast, she lowers herself in the direction with an artificial brightness. That's so, initials MM, huh?
Yeah, but it's not like that makes me massive masochist or anything.
Huh? Why mention that? Nobody said anything remotely like that.
That's what you were implying.
You want to be called a masochist that badly?
Oh god, it's not, that doesn't even make sense.
Quite an energetic woman. She drops the subject and forges boldly on a hat.
Well, I do some representative sort of stuff for this card, so if you run into any problems, you might want to request my advice.
What does that sort of mean?
You know, because there's another class rep, so I'll stop nitpicking.
Fair enough.
They're suspiciously understanding. Well, that's fine, but
The woman's voice suddenly grows quieter.
I'm asking when sorry with jokes.
I don't call myself an enthusiast.
Glad I asked.
She clears her throat affectedly.
Alright, I'll make an exception and let you call me by my first name. By all rights, you should be addressing me as Matsushima-sama, and I'll grant you special permission. Nice. You know what? It should have been fine according to the template. Maybe the summer thing was overdoing it after all. Ah, jeez, whatever. Let me try that again.
You want me to call him Michiru, yes?
Yeah, that's good, that's fine.
She jumps to herself and nods emphatically, apparently satisfied with this result. Next she takes a colorful wafer of some sort out of a small container and crunches down on it vigorously. What are you eating?
You can have any.
Wasn't asking. I was just wondering what those were.
Just Ramune candy, not that it's any of our business.
That's so, from the way you're showing them off, I was pretty sure they wanted me to ask.
Shut up already, it's not like I was eating them for your sake or anything. That went pretty well just now. I think that was so very convincing. I might just be unexpectedly good at this.
I get a strange sense of deja vu from her phrasing just now. What was it, one of those long advertisements they put up inside trains says don't try them often. The few I've seen stand out in my memory. Right, they reprinted this idiotic article from a woman's magazine about how to make men fall for you, but plus to read them coldly at first in order to create a contrast for their affection when you make your move.
Why are you pardoning about all of a sudden? What was it for this situation? I guess I can understand if you're awestruck by maybe... No, isn't that entirely different character? Hold on a second,
So, it is supposed to be Tsundere?
That's not it. That's not at all. I mean, it is, yeah, but... Right, you go out and say it.
Michiru covers her mouth with her left hand and staggers back in apparent shock. Her reaction is a bit puzzling, but I think I probably hit the bullseye. I see, I think I understand. You're playing as Tsundere in an attempt to attract male attention, yes? But there are still some points I'm not clear on. Like the hair, why are you bleaching it?
This is my natural color, totally genuine.
Please, a genuine blonde has a more natural tone, not that artificial looking gold color I've known of you.
Leave me alone, there weren't any better colors at the hair salon.
That's so. Next time I happen to visit America, remind me to pick you up some better hair dye. So as I was saying, why bleach it? And that hairstyle is a little odd too. It's not one I see that often.
This is the way it has to be, there's nothing I can do about it.
The way... What has to be?
The Tsundere is a cursed existence.
Michiru begins to mumble her words under her breath as if to enumerate the curse's power.
My natural color is strong. So even if I bleach it, I have to leave it in for an entire day. The over-the-counter stuff is rough on the skin, so I go out of my way to order online from some company in Toyohashi. Frankly, it's all a huge nuisance.
The choice to describe the Tsundere curse in the first person seems a bit strange, but pointing it out would only prolong this, so I will leave it be.
But you get to be blonde, have 20, otherwise you won't be recognized as a genuine Tsundere.
That's okay. No! You failed!
But that's what... No, this is who I am. So don't you dare deny my identity.
Michiru jabs out her index finger in my direction and...
Tsundere means blonde and 20, else understood? No, I demand that you understand.
As she runs out of breath in grand style, the curtain finally drops on Michiru's one-woman show. The echoing Horage briefing is the only sound in the otherwise silent classroom. Exactly 30 seconds pass.
Why, aren't you saying anything?
It's tough being a Tsundere. Got it. I'm not sure if that wasn't what she was looking for, or if she's just lost the will to go on. But Michiru glasses me while I think is reminiscent of a malfunctioning industrial machine. And well, as Michiru is having a meltdown, we shall end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Press like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye, and join the Discord please. Mwah.